everyone, it's Laura from ArtWorleyHouse.com, and today I want to share with you a recipe to make really simple, completely healthy Jello for Easter time. As a kid, I remember indulging on a ton of Jello on Easter, and I loved the taste of it, which is kind of funny now because Jello is not that exciting as an adult, but it's just something about that texture, fun colors, usually it's in a cute shape, that kids just love Jello. Now, I really don't like giving my kids a lot of sugary foods that are full of artificial dyes and different things like that. And so I came up with a Jello recipe that is super simple to make, and it tastes just like regular Jello, but it's made with all natural ingredients, and it's free from artificial dyes and refined sugars. To make this, you can pick your flavor by adding in a different type of juice. Today I'm gonna be doing it with some apple juice because apple Jello is one of my kids' favorites, and you can add fresh fruit in it to make it even a little bit more fancy, and my kids love it when I add in some fresh strawberries. So that's how I'm going to make it today, but you can make this with grape juice, you can make this with cranberry juice, you can make this with pretty much any juice or flavor that you want, and you can even use fresh fruit to juice yourself if you want to do that, and even add in carrots or different vegetables too if you want to get real healthy and real fancy. I'm just gonna start off by pouring in 1/4 cup of apple juice into this medium-sized mixing bowl, and then I'm gonna add in a tablespoon of gelatin. I like to use this Great Lakes gelatin. It's unflavored and it's collagen from pasture-raised and grass-fed cows. And so this stuff actually has a ton of benefits for you, and I listed them all out over on the blog if you're interested. But this is just the part that's gonna make it gel up. So we're gonna add in a tablespoon of this, and I'm going to whisk it together. And it's going to get pretty thick here, and that is completely normal. And then I'm just going to add in 1/4 cup of some warm water. This is going to help the gelatin to dissolve before we add in the rest of the juice. So I'm gonna whisk this together as well. And then I'm going to add in about 1.5 cups of juice. So total, this is 2 cups of liquid. So we're gonna add in our juice here. And like I said, I'm just doing apple because that's one of my kids' favorites. Whisk it together again to make sure it's all well combined. Okay, so now I have these fun little molds that I got for Easter. So I have a little bunny rabbit, an Easter egg, and a flower. If you don't have molds, you can make this just right in like an 8x8 baking dish, or if you want to put it into fancy molds, you can. I got these a couple years ago, so we've been making this for a few years, and I got these a couple years ago, and the kids just love when it's in those fun Easter shapes. So I'm using these, and I'll link these on Amazon because they're kind of fun. I also have some heart-shaped molds, some little flowers, so you can make this into any shape that you want. But like I said, if you don't have molds, you can make it in a 8x8 baking dish, and then you can just use a melon ball to scoop it out, or just cut it in squares and scoop it out that way too. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut a few of these strawberries here, and I'm gonna place these inside of the molds just to give it a little bit more flavor and color. And you can place these in before you add in the Jello, and if you aren't using strawberries, then you're just gonna go straight to the next step. Now we're just going to pour the gelatin into our molds here and just fill them up to the top. Then we're just gonna place these in the refrigerator. And because these are in these smaller molds, this usually sets in about 2 hours. But if you're doing a larger baking dish, it might take a little more time. But you're just gonna wait until it's completely set. Then you can pop your Jello right out of your molds. Now this makes a really fun, easy snack for your kids. And because it's just some juice and some fruit and gelatin that has a lot of benefits for you, this is a healthy snack they can eat year round. But it's especially great for this time of year whenever there's gonna be a lot of unhealthy food. You can give your kids this instead and they will be just as happy as the regular gelatin at the store. If you've ever made your own Jello, let us know in the comments below what your favorite combinations were, if you added in fruit or what your favorite juice was. And if this is your very first time by my channel, I'd love if you hit that subscribe button. I get out new videos every single week on essential oil education, healthy recipes, and natural remedies. Thank you so much for stopping by our Willie house.